Welcome back to the show. Today we have with us is Setia from Entrepreneurs Academy and the Greatest You program. We're going to talk about personal development and the needs of growing as a person. Welcome to the show, Sunny.
Thank you, Anita. It's great to be here.
Awesome. Can you tell us, so what is the Entrepreneurs Academy and the Greatest You program?
Well, Entrepreneurs Academy is an academy that I launched last year. Okay. Over the last 5 years, I've been coaching individuals on how to start their own companies, start their own small businesses around a passion, a talent, or a skill. Okay. And it was from the need of the community, really, that the academy was born. Okay. You know, a one-on-one coaching can get really expensive.
Yes, absolutely.
So now with the academy, we can serve a whole number of people, and it's a lot more effective.
So when you say one-on-one coaching, what is one-on-one coaching?
Well, when somebody's starting a brand new business, you know, or they're just coming out of college, or maybe they've owned a company for the last 10, 15 years. Okay. You know, there comes a point where, you know, if people who work out, they have a trainer for their body.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, and that trainer works with them every day.
Okay.
And says, listen, you should eat this, you should exercise in this manner. The exact same way is that we help train you for your business. We help train you for your life.
Okay.
You know, more people have spent more time planning a vacation than they have their entire lives.
We don't like to look at our lives, right?
Absolutely.
It's easier to, hey, let's go on vacation when something goes wrong. We try to defer from it. Can you tell us, what is personal development? What is personal, like when you talk about personal development for your Entrepreneurs Academy, what is it all about?
Personal growth is all about becoming more than you are. You know, many people are afraid to do personal growth because they look at it and they think, is something wrong with me? When really nothing's wrong with them. But there's always the next level of becoming greater than you are. You see, people can already have a great relationship with their spouse or a great relationship with themselves. Yeah. But is it true that it can get better?
Yes, absolutely.
Right? So personal growth is all about, like, the word education in itself comes from the Greek word eduko. And that word means to draw out. So when someone comes to our programs, we don't tell them what's wrong with them. We just help them draw out some of the greatness that's inside of them.
Interesting you say that, greatness, because most of the time we don't see in general public, like when we are viewing ourselves, we don't see greatness because we're so stuck in life and being busy. Would you say that?
Absolutely.
So how did you get into personal development?
I want to touch on the first thing you said about being busy. You know, with social media, with the news, with the radio, there's so much that we're bombarded with every day.
Absolutely.
And it is so hard to slow down for most people. Just to slow down, just to put away the phone, just to put away Facebook, put away Instagram every day for an hour even. You know,
it's like you get withdrawals, right?
People start getting withdrawals. Where's my phone?
Yes.
Have you ever dropped your phone while driving in the center of the aisle? Yeah. You pull over just to grab it. It's that important, right? And you freak out when you don't have it. Yeah. So our programs, we help you slow right down. Okay. For 3.5 days, we put your life on pause, and we're going to help you reassess what's been happening in your life, and moving forward, how can we help you move forward more effectively? Now, the second question you asked me was, how did I get into personal growth?
Yes, how did you get into personal development?
Very interesting story. When I was 19 years old, my mentor at the time, he took me to a seminar. Okay. And it was in the States, and there was 20,000 people there. Oh, wow. I was just a little spectacle. I was sitting in the nosebleed section. Okay. Way up top, and I was just a little spectacle, and I was looking down at a guy who was 30 years old at the time. Okay. And he had retired by the time he was 22. Oh, wow. And I thought, wow, you know what? He spoke so eloquently. He was such an amazing guy. And I thought maybe one day I could inspire somebody else. Awesome. You see, my whole life, I used to stutter. Oh, wow. The fact that I'm sitting here talking to you without stuttering is, to me, it's a sheer miracle. Wow. Because since the age of 8 years old, I was stuttering. Okay. And it was only through personal growth was I able to, number one, overcome the stuttering. Yes. And number two, you can imagine what that would do to somebody's confidence. Confidence is huge. It defines us as a person too, and things we do in our lives. Absolutely, I agree with you. So when you overcame your stuttering, I mean, I can't believe that you even stuttered. You speak amazingly. What were some of the things, like what was your process? It's a long process. I mean, imagine stuttering for 12 to 15 years. It was just going through different programs. See, personal growth helps you recognize some of the great things about you that you may not even know. So there's 3 windows. The first window is what you think of yourself.
Yes.
The second window is what you think other people think of you.
Yes. Which commonly we always think, oh, what is she thinking or what is he thinking?
Absolutely.
Right?
Everyone gets stuck in that second window.
Yes.
What do people think of me?
Yeah.
That fear is the biggest fear that stops people from moving forward. And the third window is the window that I help you open and our programs help you open, is who you truly are.
Yes. Awesome. So I want to touch back on that window, your second window of what people think of you.
Yes.
So being South Asian and our generation, because we learn from our parents, and the older generation is all about what do other people think. How do you help this generation overcome that? Because really the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So you get your programs from your family.
Yes.
How do you change those? How do you empower people?
Fantastic question. It's a fantastic question. One, our minds are the most powerful computers in the world. And just like when you get a brand new computer, you can write a program. Just like when you get a brand new computer, you can write a program.
Absolutely.
Well, our minds are the same way. We can rewrite the program. Some people have a program written since they were children that are not serving them.
Yes.
It could be a program around money. It could be a program around education. It could be a program around sex. It could be a program around many different things. So we help rewrite that code.
Nice. Awesome. Well, Sunny, that sums it up for today. Thank you for being on the show.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.